What is up, my friends? So I just got done making another video for today, and there's a ton of shit coming out in October, right? Like a ton of news, a ton of all this good stuff. And today we have some news on what Squid Game 2 might actually look like. So as you know, this is a show that's just been taking the internet by storm. The memes are everywhere. Everybody is giving their opinions on everything that happened, and it's on its way to become Netflix's most successful TV show, even though it's been rejected by Netflix before and other production companies for the past 10 years. But here it is finally. So creator Hwang Dong-hyuk, and I'm butchering that name because I can't even talk for but he was spoke to the Times, and the Times pretty much talked about the success of it all and what comes after. And he took a time to say that season 2 is pretty much gonna be greenlit, and if it's greenlit, he has the idea of exploring the Korean police instead of the contestants themselves. So I thought that was a very good choice right there, because I feel like my fear with a season 2 would it become repetitive just to see different players play different games? And albeit it might be interesting at first, I feel like it would have fallen into the Saw trap, where it was just like, let's see what cool trap Saw has this time around. It's just like a whatever movie. So I think this idea of exploring the Korean police is very interesting. So this is what he had to say. While I was writing season 1, I thought about the stories that could be in season 2 if I get to do one. One would be the story of the frontman, which I think many of us agree is one that we really want to know more about, because we're very interested on how a former cop became one of the masterminds of the game. And this whole duality with his brother as well would be one that's interesting to see it play out. I thought that was something season 1 lacked of, but I feel the way they ended it was a way to continue the story even further. So he continued, I think the issue with police officers is not just an issue in Korea. I see it on the global news that the police force can be very late on acting on things. There are more victims, or a situation gets worse because of them not acting fast enough. This was an issue that I wanted to raise. Maybe in season 2 I can talk about this more. So very much so excited about what's going to come from this, because I think that this whole police idea that he has is very prominent in today's society. And as Squid Game talks about society and capitalism as well as money and the wealth gap and all of that, I think that season 2 talking about police in our society as well would be an interesting aspect, and very much so refreshing than just having the same old in a season 2. So I'm excited to see him explore that. I thought the frontman was a very interesting character who I would love to know more about his past and how he came to be what he came to be. So when is season 2 exactly coming? Well, it might take a bit. This is what Netflix's global TV head had to say. He has a film and other things he's working on, the director. We're trying to figure out the right structure for him. Pretty much they've said that they might have other writers come in and help, which is a little bit of a red flag for me, but I do hope that through it all that he does get his vision out there and not too many hands in the pot, because we have seen he's proven himself to develop this show very strongly on his own, or whoever else he had on his original team. So Netflix, leave it at that and stop messing too much with it. I know Netflix gets very much so carried away with its ideas and what it wants to do, and we see time and time again they don't really make the right choices for these shows. So I hope that they do let this creator ultimately bring his idea to life and not really mess with it too much. But we'll definitely see how it all plays out in the end. What are your thoughts on season 2 and his idea of it not focusing on the contestants? As I said, I think it's brilliant. I think that they don't need to show any more games or all of that. I think the lore and the characters need to be built up more, and don't turn it into some Saw franchise. That's not what it's supposed to be. It was sad to see Saw go down that path, and albeit they're trying to bring it back, I still don't think that it's going to come back like the way it should have been. So focusing on the police and all of that, the corruption, would definitely be the way to go. And I would be excited to see a season 2 focused on that as well. And I'm not saying don't show the Squid Games at all. Like, I'm not saying like don't even show contestants all of that, but don't let them be the focus anymore. I think like we had our team, we had our group that did that, and that's good. They did that. But the next one, of course, should focus on our character coming back to try and take down the Squid Game, but focus on the police as well, and pretty much a lore build up, and then maybe in the third one it can definitely go full out, you know. So we'll see what they decide to do once it does get announced. But I mean, judging by how popular the show is, I think Netflix is really going to try and push for a season 2 to come out sometime next year, probably in the fall as this one did, or the winter. So we probably won't hear much until next spring. So I'm excited nonetheless. So I will still be making that season 2 theories video I've been promising y'all. Just so many things I'm trying to do. So stay tuned for that. But as always, that is going to do it for me. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you know when all of these videos drop. I did a video talking about how to beat the Squid Game. If you haven't already checked that out, go check it out. I did a couple of theories on the show itself as well. And also I did an Any Explain. So I did a couple of videos on that, but I still want to do a season 2 theory, especially now that we know a little bit more about the direction they're trying to go in. It definitely fits more with some of the theories I had, so I will be adding this to that video maybe sometime by the end of the week, so stay tuned for that. I still have to do my Midnight Mass video, so there's a ton of videos on the backlog, but today, check out the videos I pulled out today, which were the Only Murders in the Building. I also did a video on my favorite found footage horror films. Check all of those out. We are going to be releasing a video every day related to horror since Halloween is this month, so don't miss out on any of that by clicking the notification bell, subscribing down below, giving this video a thumbs up, and commenting down below your favorite horror film, because I'm trying to make a big list of everybody's horror film, and that will be released the week before Halloween, so stay tuned for that as well. But as always, that is going to do it for me. Let me know your theories and thoughts on what season 2 will be about. What do you think about it focusing on the police a lot more than the contestants this time around? And what are you hoping to see in the next season as well? As always, that's going to do it for me. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. We are less than 500 away, I believe. So super pumped for that. Cannot wait till we reach that 20K. And as always, that is going to do it for me. I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive. Hey, if you haven't already, check out the video on the left. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications. Check out all the other videos I have this month on horror. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok. And as always, I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.